If 0 is less than r squared, less than 1, less than s squared, less than 4, which of the following must be true? Okay, now this is the fact. This is true. Now, we have options 1, 2, and 3. Which of the following must definitely be true? Always. Okay, we can discard some options using values that answer no. That is usually the way to go. Okay, so statement 1 says that r over s is less than 1. Is this really true always? I know for a fact that r squared is less than s squared, and they are both positive. So I can divide, knowing that the inequality symbol is going to stay the same. So I have an r over s squared less than 1. And if I call r over s like an x, I use an x squared less than 1, that would mean that the x must be a decimal, right? Because the squared, to be less than 1, it must be a decimal. It could be positive, it could be negative, but what's inside the square definitely must be decimal. It could be positive, negative, so let's just say that r over s is between -1 and 1. Okay, so is it less than 1? Yes. Doesn't matter if it's positive or negative, but it's less than 1. So option number 1 must be true. Option 2 says that r times s is less than 2. Now, is that true? I know that r squared is less than 1, so r must be, again, between 0 and 1. Sorry, -1 and 1. But it's not 0. And s squared is less than 4. Okay, now if I go to an extreme, let's say s squared is nearly equal to 4, s could be very, very close to 2. Okay. Now, in this case, if s is very, very close to 2 and r is a decimal, then if I multiply it by s, it's going to be less, right? If I multiply like 0.9 times, let's call this 1.99, okay, that's going to be less than 1.99 because you're multiplying by something that is less than 1. So r times s is going to be less than 2. In the most extreme case, it is still going to be true. If it's negative, it's definitely going to be less than 2. So the option number 2 is true. Okay. Now I can stop there because in the answer choices I don't see 1, 2, and 3. So I can say, well, since in the answer choices there is no 1, 2, and 3, and 1 and 2 are true, it means that 3 does not necessarily have to be true, right? But I'm just going to find some values, okay, for the sake of the video. Okay, s minus r less than 2. I can use the same value of s as in here. It's called s 1.99. Now, if I wanted for this to be greater than 2, so that it's false, r could be negative, right? R could be negative 0.99. Okay, and 1.99 minus negative 0.99 is greater than 2, so that means that this one does not have to be true always. So 1 and 2 is my answer. That is letter D.